Aloha, it's Kiana, and here are today's top Hawaii headlines from the editors at the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Also, mahalo to Longstrugs Hawaii for sponsoring the show. Head on over to your neighborhood Longstrugs for all your shopping needs. President Joe Biden has selected Admiral Lisa Franchetti to lead the Navy. If confirmed, she would be the first female member of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. A source said Franchetti was chosen based on her experience at sea and ashore. That includes a number of high-level policy and administrative jobs that give her deep knowledge in budgeting and running the department. Biden also understands the historic nature of the nomination and believes that Franchetti will be an inspiration to sailors. The pick goes against the recommendation of Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, who gave the nod to the current commander of the Navy's Pacific Fleet, Admiral Samuel Paparo. Sources said Biden will instead nominate Paparo to lead U.S. Indo-Pacific Command. Franchetti is scheduled to become acting chief of the Navy next month when Admiral Michael Gilday retires. Legendary crooner Tony Bennett has died. No cause of death was provided, but Bennett had been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease in 2016. Bennett was the last of the great saloon singers of the mid-20th century. Born Anthony Dominic Benedetto Bennett grew up poor in New York. He held various jobs as a teenager to help support his family and sang with an Army big band as a combat infantryman during World War II. After hitting a peak in the 60s with I Left My Heart in San Francisco, Bennett's career fell into a lull and his debts brought him close to bankruptcy. He entered a renaissance after turning 60 when he and his son and manager, Danny, found creative ways to market the singer to the MTV generation. Over his decades-long career, Bennett released 70 albums and won 19 Grammys, all but 2 coming after the age of 60. Bennett died in his hometown of New York at the age of 96. The state's case against a 36-year-old East Honolulu man accused of killing his wife's ex-lover continues to unfold. Eric Thompson is on trial for murder in the shooting death of acupuncturist John Tokuhara. Over the past few days, prosecutors presented dramatic surveillance video footage showing the glow of a fire at Thompson's Wailupe home and a white pickup truck leaving his house and arriving near Tokuhara's Waipahu office. Key to the state's case is DNA evidence that was found on a white bucket hat worn by a man who went in and out of Tokuhara's clinic the evening of January 12, 2022. Surveillance video showed the hat fall off the murder suspect's head as he walked across Waipahu Depot Street. Thompson's DNA could not be excluded from the DNA profile from the bucket hat. A 44-year-old Honolulu man has been charged with second-degree murder in connection with a fatal shooting at the 2012 sports bar and cafe. Myron Young Takushi was charged with murder in the second degree, firearm offenses, and terroristic threatening. He allegedly shot and killed 49-year-old William James Dallin Jr. of Kaneohe early Wednesday morning. Honolulu police responded to a call about a shooting at 2012 Sports Bar and Cafe at 12:44 Wednesday morning. When they arrived, officers found Dallin unresponsive on the floor and initiated CPR. Honolulu Emergency Medical Services personnel took him in critical condition to a hospital where he was pronounced dead at 1:15. Witnesses told police that Takushi shot Dallin after an argument between the two escalated. Takushi is being held on $1 million bail. 4 Japanese orphans have arrived in Honolulu to spend 2 weeks with military host families on Oahu. Children from the Holy Family Home Orphanage in Osaka received a warm welcome from the 27th Infantry Regiment Wolfhounds on Thursday. Their arrival marked the 74th year of an annual tradition arranged by Peacebridge, a volunteer-based nonprofit dedicated to continuing the partnership between the Wolfhounds and the orphanage. On Christmas Day 1949, late Wolfhound Master Sergeant Hugh O'Reilly donated gifts and supplies to the orphans at Holy Family Home. The donations became an annual tradition, and in 1957, O'Reilly arranged the first homestay experience, which has continued ever since. When he died in 2007, Peacebridge was formed to carry on his legacy. This year's homestay is the first since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. For more on these stories and all the latest headlines, subscribe to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Visit Hawaii's top source for breaking news online at staradvertiser.com and download the Star-Advertiser mobile app. Mahalo, have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here next week Monday.